Hey guys, it's CJ from Vintage Gypsy. Wanted to come to you today with a very serious topic, and one that I'm going to spend a lot of time talking to you about because I think this is a game changer. It's definitely a game changer for me. I'm about 2 weeks into it and I just have to share it with you. Before I get started, I want to tell you a little bit about why Vintage Gypsy. I started Vintage Gypsy about a little over a year ago because I really wanted a format to gather women together to create a social network to talk about issues with aging, issues that we have that are special to our and unique to our passage of through this phase, and also to share recipes and trips and antique and shop and all of that. So I really feel like it's the mission of Vintage Gypsy for us to share things that are going on with our life and things that can help each other out. So that's what today is about. Specifically, I want to talk about hormones. When I was approaching 50, I noticed some changes through my 40s, but you really aggressively start seeing it, or I did, once you hit the 50 mark. And there's a lot going on with your body, and it seems like it all happens all at once. My teeth started shifting, and so I had to deal with that, and my eyesight started changing dramatically, and going to cheaters, and then having issues focusing, and now I have a lazy eye going on, and there's just all kinds of weird things that happen, as you I'm sure know, when you turn 50. At 45, I had a heart attack. I was working really hard, and after going through the heart attack, they told me that it was stress-induced. There was nothing there. There was no plaque, no reason for the heart attack. It actually took my cardiologist about a year and a half to figure out what was going on. And at the end of that time, he said it was a vascular spasm, something that I'm prone to have, and it's also called Prinzmetal angina. And basically what it is when you get under intense amount of stress, your vessels clench. And so it can be a spontaneous death situation. So at that point, I had to change my lifestyle. And it took a while to get there, to get things in alignment. But I did make that change about a little over a year ago, to step down from managing everything, 8-type women, to really just taking care of a certain set of work responsibilities and working remotely and working at home. And it freed up my time, it freed up my travel, and it made me a lot less stressed out to handle this as I age and go through this. So that was a big decision and took a lot of thought. I was checking myself this morning about what really made me do that, and to be honest, I felt like I had a feeling that I was not going to live a long life, and I needed to make the best of my situation now and get all my family time in that I could. My brother died 3 years ago of a brain aneurysm, so there were a lot of factors that played into my ramping up to ramp down. And I did that, and it has made a significant change in my life, my stress, and my family dynamic. And when I thought about that this morning, I thought, I was also feeling exhausted. I was feeling like a zombie. That's how I know how to say it. Going from coffee to coffee to coffee. How many cups can I have in the morning without getting the jitters? And then is it time for my noon coffee? Do I eat lunch, have a coffee, eat lunch? Do I have my coffee? It was all about the coffee. My wardrobe is nothing but coffee slogan shirts. It became my drug of choice. I know y'all can relate to that too. What happened was, I was just a zombie and tired and no energy and feeling depressed, and I thought, this is menopause. I can expect this. I got it verified by my OB-GYN. Yes, you're right in the middle of menopause. And, so you go to the YouTube channels and you find out what the symptoms are: depression, weight gain, inability to lose weight, cold sweats, night sweats, can't stand to be hot, all of those mood swings. I talked to my OB-GYN about it, and he put me on estrogen cream to see if that would help. And I got on an antidepressant to help manage depression and mood swings and that kind of thing. What they failed to tell me was that when you get on an antidepressant, they're very notorious for weight gain, significant weight gain. And what I mean by significant, it put on about 16 pounds in 6 weeks. And that weight is still on me today. It's not gonna let go yet. So I got on an antidepressant and also the estrogen cream. I stayed on that for about a month and then got off the estrogen cream. I didn't notice a difference, didn't really expect to, but the whole time I was doing it, I thought, this doesn't feel right. I'm worried about cancer, yada yada, so I stopped taking it. I went on with the antidepressant for, gosh, about a year and a half, and it did help the symptoms. It did help manage the mood swings. I felt better, but I was still tired all the time. After talking to one of my girlfriends about hormones, she told me about the bioidentical hormone pellets that she had been on after total hysterectomy. Changed my life forever. So it was a wellness clinic specifically for women, and they specialize in natural hormone therapy and bioidentical hormone therapy, which is very different. Before I get too much further down the road, I am not a doctor, I'm not a clinician of any kind. I encourage you to do your own research on everything I'm talking about. This is only my experience. I went to the clinic, and after talking with her, I was ready to get started immediately. She sent me for a very specific set of blood tests, mineral levels, and all of that. It also did a very deep test of my thyroid functions, T3, T4, free T3, and all different kinds of things that I'm just still learning about. So what happened after that is I went a week after that and met with her to talk about the results. And she sat down and she goes, "Girl, it's no wonder you can't lose weight. You've got an autoimmune disease." And I said, "I have what?" She said, "Yes, you've got Hashimoto's thyroiditis. You have hypothyroid." Antibodies go to attack your thyroid. Thyroid stops working, producing hormones, and so your metabolism shuts down, among other things. Just turns out that the symptoms of this condition mimic the symptoms of menopause, which is why I feel compelled to talk to you to say, don't accept feeling like a zombie. Make sure you get everything checked. I started reading a book they gave me in the office, which I want you to get on Amazon. I don't get paid for it, but it is a quick read, and it just resounded with me like, yes, this is the truth. And it's written by the doctor that created the brand of bioidentical hormone that I am on. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. I will put this in the description of the video so you can get it. I read this book from cover to cover and learned more in this book than I have learned in the past 15 years of dealing with different aging issues. It even addresses that a hypothyroid condition can cause vascular spasms. I just about dropped the book. I couldn't even believe it. So did it cause that issue? I don't know, I'll never know, but I've got to get you to read the book. It is so good. It explained a lot about why we have hormones, where they're manufactured, different parts of our body, how they all interconnect and work together, and what happens when one's not working and one's working too much, and fascinating book. I ended up getting just testosterone because my estrogen levels were fine, and I had that done 2 weeks ago today. Game changer for me. What it meant for me and what it's meant for me over the last 2 weeks is I want to get up in the morning. Even without the cup of coffee, I just wake up. And that has never happened that I can ever remember, even a teenager. Like, no, I love to sleep. So I have energy. I was telling a friend of mine, what it feels like is I feel like I'm alive again, because I truly do. I felt like I was a zombie, an overweight zombie before. So it's been a new lease on life. And if I could give this gift to everyone, that would be a huge gift to give, because I want you all to feel like I do. It's been so significant that I have missed afternoon coffee and not even thought twice about it. It's 5 o'clock, I'm like, oh, I didn't have my afternoon coffee. If you're addicted to coffee like I was, and you know you miss your afternoon, you know when it's 2:30 or 3 o'clock, you're like, it's coffee time. Or you could be an all-day coffee drinker and just always have it and just keep warming it up like I did. So I want to encourage you all to look into this and look into the brand BioTE, BioTE. And if you go onto their website, it gives you a full listing in the United States of all the wellness doctors that provide this type of hormone therapy, and get connected with them. They're all trained by the same person with the same information. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments. This is a forum for us, for women, to share so that we can live the best lives that we can and share with each other what works, what doesn't, and anything like that. Be well, be blessed, and let me know your journey, and let me know what you find out. And if this helps you, let me know that too. Please subscribe and hit like and share it with your girlfriends so that we can all just feel better and play more, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.